Hey guys, what's going on? F5 upon here. Welcome to another run. We're just gonna get straight into it because the previous run was pretty fast, so might as well do what we can to pursue forward. We're gonna be playing the Reaper this time, and we're gonna be hoping for a lot of poison. Spells in the inventory will automatically be crafted upon entering a new room, if they can be crafted, so that's gonna be fun. So we don't necessarily need to go to the blacksmith in the instance of what we're doing. We just have to collect the right spells. So if we do that, that's going to make it even better for us. As for what we're going to do next, I'm not sure what we do. Let's see. Obviously, we want to go with Wand Spirit. That is going to be the focal point, but I see no reason to change what we've got thus far, so that's going to be the goal of what today. Okay, Sword of Judgment. Okay. I guess Sword of Judgment could be fun. Just spam, You know what? That's the build. Sword of Judgment this time. We're gonna make a very deadly Sword of Judgment build. And if it works as intended, we'll be doing a lot of damage. And hey, with the poison, it's going to stack damage like a ridiculous amount. Oh god. There we go. Got him. Took a bit of effort, but we managed in the end. Let's see. Casting spells no longer reduces movement speed is probably going to be a very vital choice for us, so we're going to grab that early on. Let's see, what else? We are going to want Automatic Navigate, because that will help us target enemies. And we'll do Forced Cooldown, because that is actually going to help us cast the spell even faster. So this will allow us to spawn these swords much faster and get us through the game. We'll do that. Get rid of the curse, and yeah, let's go get some coins. Grab this. Hey, more damage. Can't be bad. Now, a woe with the sword build that we currently have. We need the, if we want to make the Sword of Judgment work best, we are going to need the tracking ability. If we can't do the tracking ability, it's just going to not trail off, and it'll just... It won't be as good. That's why I'm going to stick with the Shadow Serpent for a while, until we get that sword set up. Let's see. Novice Grimoire or Time Stasis? Automatically charge... Okay, MP consumption for summoning spells 70%. Versus Time Stasis, which gets us MP cost 90%. With a casting tool of 1.5, cooldown 5.5. I'm gonna go with this. I have a weird feeling that might be decent. So if I do this... Yeah, so if I do that, that's going to just casually channel swords. We throw down some poison in there, and there we go. We've got a temporary means to get more swords going. They won't be guaranteed, but they won't be easy. It won't be hard to apply. Okay. Soulbone Mantle. That's a very good drop early. Nice. I was not expecting that so early. But Soulbone Mantle will allow for a potential build. We gain 1 shield point for every 3 enemies killed, which is a nice little addition. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, that's easy. There we go. Fire Dragon Breath, nice. I guess I'll throw that on for now, because that's just going to do way more damage than the Shadow Serpent. Let's get some more spells. Maybe I do a Dragon Breath build. That could be fun. Automatic Navigate is awesome. Well, it's decent here. We'll grab that and Resonance Rune. We throw Resonance Rune on there, that's probably the best we're gonna get. We'll open this, so we get 2 potions. Increase their damage output slightly. And we get the Alchemist set, which is a very good thing. Going to be a very good set for us in the immediate future. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to swap the Venom Crystal over here, because that's going to get us more poison damage output going. The fire does a lot, to say the least. It does a lot of ticks of damage, is what is going on. We are going to go with the Stagnant Drop. That's just a reliable tool for us, so might as well. There we go. I regret not getting the earrings necessary to make our casting not affect our movement as much. But, you know, we do what we do. The next best thing I can do is just get the AoE. That makes it so we don't suffer as much. Blade of Fury could be fun. Let's go do that. Let's do a crit build this time. Core of Thunder. At the completion of spell, 15% chance to deal an additional 200 damage within the radius. Core of Thunder and Lightning Dash seem fun. We'll grab both. Blade of Fury, nice. And Bloodthirsty Gaze, nice. Okay, we're getting pretty lucky with certain things here. Let's do Core of Thunder on the Sword of Judgment. That way we get some interesting attacks going. Alrighty, Poisonous Spider Egg. Okay, that's not too hard of an enemy. Did I... Oh, thank God. Okay, the shield really protected me there, so I got the relic buff. Nice. The wand charges for every spell cast, and there's a magic conductor. I'm gonna go with magic conductor, because this has a ridiculously weird cooldown cooldown intervals. We'll go with this. Okay, we've got a choice between a few things. We're going to grab the Prospector Vest. That's just a normal choice. And we'll grab the Explorer Hat. This will just give us more rooms to work with in the later floors. Only one floor, but it still does count for a lot early game. it gives us 3 choices instead of 2, which is nice. Okay, more relics. There we go. There we go. Took a bit of a finagling, but we got it. Demon Mask is probably the way to go, so we're gonna grab that. Yeah, so we're currently rocking a crit of 10. It's not a lot, but it's still something. Hey. And because of the poison, we're actually doing a whole lot of damage across the board here. Now, if we can get way more poison, that would make things even better. But obviously, we can only do so much. I'm going to grab the Soulbone Crown, because we might as well go the Soulbone set with what we're doing. Okay, we've got 1 key. Might as well use it where we can. Okay, so I gotta be careful here, because this could hurt. There we go. There we go. And now this. This is going to be probably a big issue here, but we'll do the best that we can here. There we go. And we get Sword of Judgment Plus. Okay, so the game really wants us to do Swords of Judgment build. Or at least something similar to it anyways. Let's see. Process, HP boost, or coins. I'm gonna go HP boost. That seems like the most logical conclusion at the moment. This is a weird build, but okay. Hurting a little bit, but it could be worse. Maybe I do this. Just gives us a bit more leeway on our shot. There we go. So the only other way for Fierce Dragon Breath to make it a little easier on us is if we do some... Oh, 1 second. Apologies for that, I'm back. Just clear out the enemies here. Nothing too crazy. Thankfully, the fire here does its job, so we don't have to worry too much. Definitely need more scatter, though. Either that, or just get the circular thing, whatever it is. Okay, Fortune Earrings, Hexagonal Die, or Wind Listening Ear. Hexagonal Die has more purpose right now, so we'll grab that. Okay, Shop, Anvil, or... Yeah, let's go coins. Coins are decent. They'll be good enough for what we're doing here. But of course, we're going to need way more poison if we hope to do a lot more here. There we go. Pop this open. We get a... Yeah, we get the Autonomous Grimoire, which is nice. Okay. Shop, spring, or coins. More coins. No idea what we're going to do with all these coins, but we will do something with them. Something good, something bad, who knows? Well, more relics is probably the way to go. So let's just get as many as we can. Okay, just wait for the orbs to basically just dissipate, and then we can go collect the relic. There we go. Okay, Ranger Boots, Potion Strip, or Hexagonal Dive. Let's re-roll. We're gonna go with, I guess, Cloud Piercer, because going off what we need in the future, that's actually gonna help us a lot. Invincibility for 8 seconds is nice. Let's just casually whittle them down like that. That's 300 damage in a matter of seconds as long as it's prolonged exposure. That's crazy. We'll grab Fierce Dragon Breath and Deceptive Mind. Deceptive Mind will just be a good buffer. Now, if we can get an insane AoE, that would make things even better for us, but we're only doing the best that we can here, after all. Okay, there we go. We'll have to get even more HP, so what we'll have to do is obviously ignore the spells and just focus on that. What have we got so far? Not much. Or Thunder, I guess we can use. Probably doesn't do much, but yeah. We're getting as much as we can here, so we'll make use of everything. There we go. Really don't like the Purification Potion, but it does its job when it needs to. Well, I mean, we got the Remove Curse, so might as well down it. There we go. So now all we are suffering from is enemy HP regen, which, honestly, not the worst outcome. Let's go get more spells. We don't really need to go to the anvil because auto-combining is a thing with this character. So as long as we're mindful, we should be fine. There we go. Pop this open. Dazzling Fireworks. This could be amazing. And summoned creatures continue to fight for 2 seconds upon death. Prism Core could be interesting, but I'm not going to. Prism Core is its own kerfuffle, and honestly, I don't really like it that much. However, Dazzling Fireworks could be fun. In fact, now I think about it, couldn't I do... Well, not Sword of Judgment, per se, but I could certainly do a Shining Star Arrow. And if it hits an enemy, we basically send a Fierce Dragon Breath in 4 corners, which could be cool. Alright, more spells. It's a bit expensive. While I would like to do it, I don't think it's realistically a good option. I'll just stick with the typical flames that we got currently. There we go. What do we got here? Capacity Expansion Stone, Split, and Parasite. Capacity Expansion Stone's good for future, and Split is always nice. What we're actually going to do is we're going to do Split on this one. There we go. Do that, so that we break that. Let's get rid of the curse, and then we'll go for that room. That sounds good. There we go. Ow. There we go. Okay, Mask of the Hexer. None of these really appeal to me, so I'm just gonna roll it. And more crit. Nice. Hey, we got track. That's actually gonna be really good for us now. We'll take that. We don't want the rebound, but we'll take it anyways. Now, if we can auto-cast Fierce Dragon Breath in a circle, or in a orbit, that's going to make it even better for us. But alas, let's just pop these open and let's get our prizes. Alright, we didn't expend any keys, we kept to 3 because one chest had 2 keys, so we got lucky there. What we're going to do is we're going to swap this over. We'll throw down the splits. And we will throw down the track. This isn't exactly ideal, so what we'll do is just do this. And we'll throw down that. There we go. But yeah, now we've got a constant attack if we want to use that. I'm not going to right now, because obviously we can't really make use of the automation there, but it is an option available to us, if we so desire to take it. For now, though, I think the Dragon Breath just holds more weight in our repertoire right now. So until we get more significant regen, it's not viable. Until then, let's seal the cage. There we go. Ow. Ow. Okay. Well, I lost the chance to get to the curse room, so there you go. Damn. Unfortunate, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. We just didn't have enough shield to carry it out. Alright, Serpentine Waltz or Excalibur. I think it's pretty obvious what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly do this, so that way we get our first combination with automatic navigate. I am going to replace this here, because this is going to give it a bigger radius to work with for the fire. So that is just going to be good for us. Alright. Next chapter. Let's hope we can get the cursed room on this floor, at least. But because of that, we now get the automatic navigate upgraded, which is good. And we can just carry split on that instead. Yeah, we're not doing enough damage. We need more. Well, when in doubt, just get more HP. When in doubt, just use as much damage as you can. Okay. There we go. Done. Took a bit of effort, but we managed in the end. Okay. We are definitely not doing enough damage. We need to do something about our damage output, so we do need to get a whole bunch more relics. That is just a blow we're going to be suffering from until we get either more, you know, poison or something else. Gotta do something, though. Otherwise, we're gonna be in for a world of hurt. At least the, certain enemies are easier to deal with than others. We just need the orbit. That's really all it comes down to. If we get orbit, then we're golden. But I think orbit really just cements things. Let's see. Grants immunity to slow effects except for those caused by spells, but the increase to movement is nice. We'll go Demon Mass to increase our crit. More HP, why not? The more crit we get, the better. There we go. Casually just do more. There we go. Alright. All four at once. actually take out the bats now. Okay, now we just poison the heart as much as we possibly can. There we go. Alright, let's go grab our loot. Let's see, what do we get? The Rogue Cloak. You know, believe it or not, this might actually be our saving grace here. If we do this and we get something that helps us cast without actually having to cast, that's actually going to save us a whole lot of issues. Take the Deceptive Mine and I guess time duration. Because time duration will mean more duration with the flamethrower, so better to get that done now than later. Grab the grab the key. That's gonna help. Pop that open. Go in. Ooh, that's the Treant. Yeah, that Treant armlet is actually really good. If we can get that, that'd be nice. But if not, so be it. It's a good reward, all things considering. Let's do some gambling to get what we need. Hopefully we don't get the coin. The chest I can tolerate. That's another key and 2 potions. Let's pop this so we get more potions. Generate a shield and levitates. We're going to be using the potion here to get some HP, so might as well use it now. There we go. Let's see what we get. Oh, we're crawling over to get a mana regen. Okay, mana regen is a decent tool, but it's not going to help us immediately. Okay. Okay, we got really close to the end there. Yep. There we go. Got it. Perfect. This gives us 15 temporary hit points upon entering a door. And when we finally complete the Soulbone set, that's going to be really good. There we go. And we got the black hole, which we don't really want. But I'll keep it anyways, because wasting too much HP now would be a detriment to us, more than a boon. Let's go. I wonder. Okay, so yeah, no, doing this does impede us a little bit. Let's get rid of the forced cooldown here. Let's increase the duration. And let's throw down this, take this off, and let's throw down the track on here. Automatic navigate does impede us. Okay, that certainly helps. Okay, so we got something going on. That's good. Take the Soulbone armor. Pop this open. We get the Prospector's Glove, which is good. We do need something good in this instance. don't know. There's a lot to consider here. Yeah, there isn't much I can do here, huh? It regenerates for a sec. Okay. The power of leaving your mouse in one simple area is good enough for me. And we should be able to take him out. There we go. That was easy. Okay. Could have been worse, but still, we're not doing really well, all things considering. I'll take the black hole and the time duration increase. You know, actually, there is a way for us to make this work. So we do really want to go with the Fierce Dragon Breath, right? So what we want is an increased duration going for us. Well, no, we don't want to channel it, is the issue. So let's do a black hole again, because that just makes it a little easier on us. We'll have it with the Automatic Navigate Plus. We'll have a Tranquil Bloom on it. That way the mana regens quite fast on this part of the conductor. Throw in a Core of Thunder to give it a bit more oomph. And that should be good enough for now. It's not the best build, but it will be a build. And once we can finally take advantage of the cloak, I will utilize it to the best of my ability. Until then, though, we'll just have to make do. Yep. Okay, Demon Mass level 4 increases crit by a ridiculous amount. There we go. We're up to 74 crit, which is ridiculously fun. We get the Treant Shoulder Guard. We can either go to the Anvil to recycle some of these. We could potentially get something really good. I think this is an Anvil angle, I think. We've got plenty of HP, we just need to Anvil it out. Let's see, we haven't got anything combined, obviously. Let's do a fusion angle here. What we need is Fierce Dragon to be leveled up. Worst case, we can get a Sword of Judgment as a fallback. Alternatively, what else is there? I guess the last gamble is a Core of Thunder, because that will do something at least, but... No, let's go Deceptive Mind at least. Regardless, combining them good is... Damn. That was probably the worst roll we could have gotten, but that's fine. We can just re-roll the other one away. But by doing that, we have effectively given us the means to do a double on there. Now, do I keep the double black hole? I do not really want to keep it. I'd rather re-roll it into something else. Like a Sword of Judgment ++. Okay. So the game really wants us to have a Sword of Judgment plus. We keep the Mimic Cube because that just is a really good tool to have. Let's move the Mimicry Cube here. We need to get a Venom Crystal Plus if we want to take advantage of its ability. Alright, that's a combination. We don't need this, so... Well, we can take the freeze, though. That is actually really good. The freeze will allow me to lock enemies in place for a certain amount of time, which is a fantastic tool to have. And let's see if we can't upgrade the poison a little bit. I would say that, but the only thing I got left is rebound. We'll just stick with damage boost. That's gonna have to do. And we'll double down on the poison at least, and there you go. We'll throw down a resonance rune here. It does appear that we are lacking any core spell there, but we'll have to make do. I guess I could re-roll here. Hold on. Autonomous Dimroar. Yeah, we don't need that. Well, hey, we got lucky on getting the black hole again, so there you go. But hey, ++ Sword Judgment, really good. Let's go to the shortcut here, and let's do this. But black hole is definitely going to be on the menu for getting rid of it. Either that, or we get some more mana recovery. You know what? Actually, what am I doing? Do this. That gets us the mana recovery we need. At least for the wand. There we go. We'll have to worry about the mana regen somehow. Ow. What I can do, actually, is do this. That way I cover the mana regen angle. There we go. And we just increased the mana regen by 16 instead of 8. Let's see. Beast Fang, Ember Heart. None of these really hit the home of what I'm looking for. But we're going to have to settle for Beast Fang, because that's the most damage we're going to get. Boundary Stone Time is the perfect thing that we need. So we're just going to nab that, and we'll grab the damage boost while we're at it. And let's see, what can we do here? If we can get our hands on another Venom Crystal, that would be amazing. The Hunter Talisman gives us a bit more room to look around. Let's alter our body size a little. We're a bit bigger, so now we can see where we're going. So remove our curse here. Let's pop this open. And we've got ourselves a bit of an issue, but we'll make it work. So first and foremost, take this out. We want to min-max preservation. Alrighty. Let's just casually do this. Oh, what am I doing? I can just stand still. My barrier is just enough. Technically, I could also use the Boundary Stone of Time to also trigger that, so that's nice. So, what if I do... Yeah, let's set up the Boundary Stone here. Set up the duration as intended. Yeah. And if we ever cast this... So, good to note, this doesn't actually duplicate if you do this. It's actually not ideal to have the Resonance Rune and the Boundary Stone of Time together. Intriguing. Okay, so I will still keep the Boundary Stone of Time available. We could use it for something. I'm not sure what, but I'm sure we can use it to help us a little bit somehow. Up to 60 points. We may as well use it now. That shield is going to help us keep us safe. Okay, but yeah, no, the Fall Head is actually going to keep us more aware of our surroundings, at least. I'm just glad the AoE barrier is keeping us alive and well. It's doing more than I thought it would. Pop this open. And we get the Genie. Okay, so this is an interesting summon. Ideally, we would want the Genie to be summoned as part of a wand, or a wand spirit, because summons in wand spirits are probably the best way you're going to use them. Alas, we can only do so much, so for now, I guess we will just tolerate going to relics. And yeah, we take this guy out now. There we go. Tonic Booster, Guardian Sprite, or Beast Fangs? Beast Fangs would be ideal here, so we're just gonna grab them. I could ignore them, to be fair, but honestly, at this point, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I guess that's that. Let's go. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Let's go deal with the indescribable again. Carefully maneuver away from the worms. There we go. Gather our mana again. There we go. There we go. thankfully, the barrier is really doing its number for us. There we go. Got him. And thankfully, due to the barrier that we have, we basically just got the special room scot-free. Okay. You've got a choice between Crimson Thorn and Star Devourer. The wand charges 3.3 energy for every enemy hit. While I do agree the Star Devourer is a nice tool to have, the Crimson Thorn beats it, I think, in this instance. Because every time we take damage, X happens, which is pretty decent for what it is. But either way, the wands aren't really that great for us on either end. I'll grab the Crimson Thorn, because at the very least with the Crimson Thorn, there is potential to make use of the Mimicry Cubes. And at the very least, what we can do instead is... hold on. There's nothing in there, good. Okay. The advantage with the Crimson Thorn is simply we can just throw the Boundary Stone of Time, and that way, if we ever take damage, and the effect happens multiple times, which can be pretty ridiculous, I would wager. Thank you for the follow, Okano. Much appreciated. But yeah, if we do it this way, this is probably for the best, I'd wager. Not perfect, but it will get the job done, which is kind of what we're looking for. And I think we could do something fun with the Lightning Dash, but I'm not sure whether it'll work or not. Let's try it with the Lightning Dash here. So every time we take damage, the Black Hole triggers, but at the end of the Black Hole duration, it splits up into 4 Lightning Dashes, which can do some ridiculous things. We're actually going to cut the duration, because that will affect it. In fact, if I put the duration after the fact, that will make it so the Lightning Dashes run amok like crazy. Which would work in tandem with what we're trying to do here. That just leaves the Mimicry Cube, which is another thing entirely. Unfortunately, we don't have enough spells to warrant trying anything else. But we'll grab the Wand Charm, that's a good one. Merlin's Beard is reliable for summons, so we're actually going to grab that for the sake of the Genie. So that way we get more Genies going in. And we may as well grab the Drill Relic, so that way we get one more slot to work with. And this should help with our poison, or at the very least damage. But I'm going to go for the poison ideally, because poison is kind of the gimmick for this character. So the more poison we have, the better, ideally. Okay. Whole bunch of mansplaining later. We're ready to go to the next chapter. Let's do this. The Abyss of Antiquity. But, yeah, our poison is 4 stacks of poison, which is technically 12, because Reaper level 2. We'll just have to make do with that. We'll sell that. We keep that. We can sell the normal fireworks, sell the capacity stone, because we don't need it yet. Well, if we save it, we'd have to save it for the... We would have to save it for the long haul. Let me just quickly go all the way over to the end here. Sell that. We keep the Remove Curse, we sell the Purification Potion, and we'll go with that. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I am back. But yeah, hopefully this works out as what I'm thinking it does. We'll actually do this as well, so that way the timing here is much longer lasting. But I digress. We'll throw on the extra damage here while we're at it as well, so that way we've got plenty. And from there, I guess we're just going to get more relics. The best that we can really muster here. Ideally, damage is just the way to go, so that's what we're going to do. I don't think this build will carry us a long way, but it's certainly going to do a number of good. And yeah, with the black hole as they produce, if we do end up taking damage, a few black holes will pop out, and we'll throw out a whole bunch of lightning bursts like that. It's a little bit of a change from what we've been doing thus far. Although, a black hole would probably not be the best idea, given how, well, as you can see, how much of an issue it takes to target an enemy. So if we can find a supplement, that'd be ideal. Taking a little bit too much damage, but that's fine. Okay, wait for a moment. Can't really open that chest, but we got a key, so we got lucky. Let's see. Treant Robe would help us get the Treant set, or get close to the Treant set. I'm gonna reroll here. Spells receive random effects, or increase in damage, or Dusty Treasure. I'm gonna go Dusty Treasure. We got the Prospector Glove, by chance. Okay. We'll pop this open. We only got some hearts, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. More HP. Thankfully, because of the way I've designed my character, we can, like in the very early games, we've actually managed to find a way to bypass the walls. Ow. Not a fan of the attacks, but okay. There we go. Ow. There we go. Lost a bit of shield there, but can't be helped. Coins are currently useless to us, so honestly, let's just get some better spells. Okay. Ow. Okay. Energy saving mode, Pillar of Light, and Fall. Nothing really good. God. We're getting really unlucky here. Let's go with Pillar of Light, because I can see us using that in the future, or at least the immediate future. But, we need to get some, we do seriously need something to rotate around us. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work at this rate. We'll grab Energy Saving Mode. I guess that matters. You know... let's do something a bit wacky here. I think this is probably better for us, because we attack so much. Yeah, that's going to cast way more in hindsight, so let's do that. Anvil-wise, nothing, so let's just get more spells. Probably a weird angle, because I normally don't get spells, do I? But, yeah, if I do it this way, we'll get plenty of electricity spikes going, which is exactly what we want. We want to proc something really much, really a lot. There we go. Deducts 30% of current HP to gain corresponding amount of coins. Well, considering we have a certain ability that makes it even better for us, yeah, we'll grab that and utilize it. We'll grab that, because that's probably going to help us quite a bit. Tranquil Bloom is tempting, so we'll grab that. But if we do the Boundary Stone of Time twice here, we can certainly use this to summon Pillars of Light. But we just need to get a certain thing with it to make it even better. But thankfully, because the Pillars of Light technically count as walls, they will help quite a bit. And they don't have a time duration unlike everything else, so... this could actually work in our favor quite a bit. Okay. Well, at least the pillars are gonna blockade anything that comes our way to some extent. There we go. Wand Lens, Titan Pauldrons, and Merlin's Hat. Nope. None to any of these, but Merlin's Boots, I suppose, is gonna be the tolerable second choice. Double current key counts. Or get a key. We currently don't have any keys, so doubling our key count is starting to seem tempting. Ow. Okay, grab this. So far, so good. Let's get my relic. Casually just jump over. Here we go. Hey. Alright, damage output is looking fine. Okay, there we go. Nice. Fortune, nope, none of these really appeal. But we can definitely get the Demon Mask at 42. And that gets us to 82 with Sword of Judgment, crit-wise. So we're doing really well on the crits, at least. There is no reason to keep saving the Locksmith Potion, so we may as well just use it while we can. And let's see. Okay. I mean, nearly. Okay, but that just leaves this then. Okay. Take this. Dismiss the summons for a mo. Okay, no. Oh, there we go. Done. And we get the Mana Absorber. The Mana Absorber is basically, the equivalent of Sword of Judgment, but, does a lot. It can really chain up if done right, but I do want to do Sword of Judgment specifically here, so we'll have to abstain from the Mana Absorption, unfortunately. What I will do, however, is probably gonna go in here. Let's go to the shop and get some stuff. Let's see. The Sourceless would be an amazing tool right now, but again, I don't want to use that right now. None of these appeal to me. The Burst here is nice, but we've already got a plus version of it. What about this? What is this? Assault Staff is a fun choice, but no. We can double down on the attacks, which probably would increase our damage output. So let's grab that. Well, do we... Well, it doubles our output, so yeah, why not? Do we want Precise? This would increase our crit, but no. If we had the Flame still, I'd probably go with it, but we don't. I guess we can go for the Lightning Dash. We are going to need 3 of them in order to combine them together. And that's basically it. Okay. So nothing too special. Ow! Okay, not a fan of the damage, but we can only do so much. Ow! Okay, yeah. Please don't die. There we go. Cool. Really pushing the limits there. That's for sure. Ugh. Sword Judgment Plus and Track Plus. Track Plus will help us with the Sword of Judgment at least, and a Capacity Stone. It's nice to have, I suppose. Yeah, let's just get rid of the... Well, let's swap out the track here, obviously. And let's take out one of the Venom Crystals in favor of Multi-Shot, because then we can do this. Now, that could be an option. But no, that's not going to cut it. Let's get rid of the split to reduce the cost there. We're going to get the Venom Crystal in place. But the Mimicry Cube will split the additional time multiple times. So that should get us enough of a damage boost, I think. Or at least, hopefully, it will get me enough. And I guess technically we can do track here as well while we're at it, so that way we have another thing on top of everything doing damage. Not ideal, but it will do. Well, what am I doing? I can do Pillar of Light. Okay. I guess that'll have to do. Alright. Relic, I guess. I don't really like this. I think there's a better way to apply it. Okay, we probably are gonna die here, though. Okay, let's swap it to this. Because I think that's actually better for us. Yeah, no, that's doing way more, I think. And that's GG. Unfortunate, but that's to be expected given the circumstances. Can't be helped. Unfortunately, the run was doomed. We just didn't have enough damage. Hero, be careful. If it gets dire, retreat at once. Chill. The mysterious white thing always teleports me back when I mess up. Huh? That's probably a spirit the mentor created. Meant to assist a hero. So yeah, not the best run there, but that's fine. You win some, you lose some. But I digress. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream all the same. I know I did. And I'll see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.